and welcome to Dr. Mix. Today we dig deep into reverb with Dom Sigalas here.
Hi guys.
Blue Dr. Mix, Red Dr. Mix.
There's a theme for blue today because the plugin that we're going to check out is blue actually.
Exactly. We take this occasion to present to you LiquidSonics Illusion, which is brand new, and it really gives us a chance to explain a couple of things about reverb. And that's
coming up.
Are you mocking me?
Was it good enough?
So hey guys, hey Dom, good to see you.
Good to see you guys.
Good to be here today. And we have something a little bit special today. We have set up all of this to explain to you reverbs. So let me first show you what is the setup for today. So we have the Yamaha Modi X, which is my favorite keyboard, and we're gonna use this to just play some sounds so that we can demonstrate the reverbs. And also we have this microphone that's going straight into the AD of the Modi X. Then we're going into the Prism Sound Lyra, which is one of our favorite converters ever because it's so clean, it's so reliable, we just love it. And finally, the Illusion by LiquidSonics.
There we go. And that's gonna be playing in real time. So basically we're going to play in real time on the Modi X and process it through Cubase. As you can see, I have the Audition enabled, so we can listen to this plugin in real time. That's pretty cool actually.
So let me just get a couple of things straight. What is reverb? You have to imagine that every time you speak, every time you make a noise, the ambient that's around you will react. And the way it reacts is by reproposing to you the sound that you've put out, by sending it back to you. Why? Because a sound is just air that moves. So if you have walls, if you have any surface around you, the sound is gonna bounce back towards you. Now, if you have a certain type of space, like say that it's like very big, the sound will take a little bit to travel back and forth, and that is going to be perceived as a delay. But in a normal space, like this room, the reverb is going to bounce back from different angles multiple times in a little bit an unpredictable way. So that creates a tail of sound that is the combination of different delays coming at different times. So I would like to just demonstrate that quickly. Let's go into Illusion, and how do we just replicate just a generic reverb, and how do we start that?
Well, that's always a happy day for me when we have new reverbs in the house. But basically, this is a very, very deep reverb, right? So we have the early reflections, which of course are the very first sound waves that hit you when the sound is produced. And then of course we have late reverb, which is the tail of the reverb, the thing that we kind of perceive as a, like, you know, depth, the sound of the room and all those things. So they are very discrete modules. We have the reflections, we have the late reverb, and then of course we have some other very cool things. Maybe we can talk about them a little bit later.
Right.
But maybe we could give an example of how the early reflections sound like.
Right, the difference between the two.
Yeah.
I would take as an example a drum sound. Let's use my 909. This is a 909 snare. So let's listen to an early reflection now.
Great. So I'm going to pull up the early reflections. I've turned off the late reverb completely. And I can change the size. And the great thing with the Illusion is that we have different reflection patterns. So for example, right now we have like the high density ones. We're using the modulated scatter. We have scatter, we have cluster. Let's try some really cool ones. You know, I mean, like this is a 909. So maybe we can use like a nonlinear for this kind of very typical 80s kind of sound.
Let's try with and without.
Without. It gives you like this nice, beefy, kind of spacious depth, but it doesn't sound like a reverb. It sounds like super wide and thick. Let's try a few more. Maybe nonlinear B. Let's try this.
Interesting.
Let's try one of these cluster echoes.
Ooh.
Yeah. And I can change the reflectivity right here. So very, very different. If we go back to non-linear, let's see what happens with that.
Ooh.
Almost like a comb filtering kind of thing.
I mean, of course, this is supposed to be quite short because it gives you the dimension of the sound. This is what the human ear is supposed to understand better than anything else, because it gives you the sense of space, because this is the sound that comes back from the room, from the ambience, so it allows you to understand where a sound is coming from or what type of ambient you're in. So this is supposed to be very short, but with the Illusion we can get that to be longer than normal and make it, and use it in creative ways like now.
And what I really like is that you can change the size of the early reflections completely independently of the size of the late reverb, which is very, very cool, because I can just make it very short or very large. And I can also add the flux parameter there that basically modulates the sound a little bit, from very subtle modulation, which is very typical of these kind of vintage units, vintage reverb units, to very extreme, almost get like a chorusing kind of effect. So it's pretty cool.
Let me try it on vocals. Let's see how it sounds on vocals.
So just the early reflections, right?
Yes.
Cool.
Yes,
okay.
yes. Hello.
All right.
Hi, hi, hi. Hi, hi, hi.
That's without.
Hi, hi, hi. Hi, 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 hi.
Let's try the high density, maybe the high density sparse.
Ta, 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 ta. Wow. Ta, ta, ti, ti.
Now I have flux all the way up, so you can see that it sounds very kind of modulated.
Ta, 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 ta. Yeah. Boom, boom.
Should we go to the late reverb though? Because
yeah, that's what I was about to say. So let's
um,
keep on using the 909.
Cool. Should we turn off the early reflections and just focus on the late reverb now?
Please.
Okay, so that's just late reverb now. So we have size.
Like that.
Again, we have the flux. Diffusion. And let's try some different algorithms. So with the Illusion, we have the physical environment, which could be large or small, and we also have some classic tape algorithms like the clear plate, the warm plate, sonorous plate, and bright plate. Let's try the clear plate.
Ooh, smooth.
Size. And then, of course, we have the reverb time right here. Let's make it short.
Oh yeah, because this is like half convolution, half. It's a very modern technology actually. It uses like an engine.
Fusion. It's called Fusion IR synthesis. So it's basically like a reverb synthesizer. Let's change the diffusion. Let's see what, and add reflections as well.
You know what? I want to try a piano with this.
Yeah.
Let me try a piano.
This long reverb.
Yeah, because it sounds okay. I've removed my reverb. Yes.
Nice. And of course we can change the low frequency decay and the high frequency decay right there. So if I want to make the reverb brighter, I can just up this parameter right here, and now the high frequencies will just tail off for even longer. Beautiful.
That sounds so good.
It's really nice. I like this. Of course, underneath we also have like a master reverb EQ, an early reflections EQ, late reverb EQ, so you can EQ the early reflections in a completely different manner than the late reflections. And we also have the late reverb decay flutter. Let's try a few things like this while you're playing this nice. I like this piano. That was.
Shall I keep on going with that piano?
Yeah, that was
All
really
right.
cool. So maybe I can change the EQ for the late. Wow, it gives it quite a bit of air. Beautiful. Let's try the late reverb decay flutter. Let's add some this. Okay. You can see when I add some low end to the master reverb EQ, the sound becomes fuller. Or I can completely filter it out and make it more clean if it's a busy mix. But you know, for this sound, I think that it works really nicely with the...
Can we have a little bit more pre-delay so that we can highlight the attack of the piano?
Let's make a long pre-delay. So let's try without the reverb. And I'm gonna add some echoes now, this module right here.
That's so sexy. I
really
love
beautiful.
it.
Really beautiful.
All right. So listen, why don't we try it on, you know what? I have a cool reggaeton kit,
Yeah.
which I have put together in the course of, I would say about 10 years. I've selected sound by sound, bit by bit, and let's try and give, you know, like another kind of
try
reverb.
one of these
Yeah?
of these reverbs. You know, we have the churches, we have halls, we have plates. Maybe let's try room first. Let's try this drums ambient air room. Off. And I'm gonna go for the epic room now. Ooh. Maybe add some Predelay.
Ooh. Let me play it on the tempo with that.
Yeah.
This is really funky.
It's really cool.
Vamos pa'l monte, yo quiero más.
Let's make it shorter. Going.
Look at that, look at that. All right, all right.
That's cool.
Maybe we should do a second video about this at some point. I love it.
Yeah. It's
Anyway,
really cool.
guys, thanks for tuning in. If you have any questions about reverb or about the Illusion, please don't hesitate. Write here in the comments below. If you haven't already, please do subscribe to this channel. So
You should.
from Dom Sigalas and myself, Claudio, thanks for tuning in. I will see you next time. Reverb away.